It's a beautiful day here in Augusta, Georgia, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Augusta Forward TV, where we keep you connected to all of the great things that's happening in your local government. It's a big time for Augusta Transit because they just received a $6.3 million grant to help with a new initiative. So I'm so excited to be here with Ms. Sharon Dottery, who is the director of Augusta Transit. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. Good. So with the help of U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock,
Yes.
Augusta Transit was able to receive some federal dollars for an initiative. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the initiative was, Augusta itself has this Go Green campaign.
Yes.
So Transit wanted to be on board and be a part of that. So we applied for the grant. It's called Low-No Emissions Grant with the federal government, Federal Transit Administration.
Yeah.
And so we applied for the grant. It was a short window, but we were able to get all the documentation in. We partnered with a company out of Atlanta called CTE, and it's Centers for Environmental Control. And we also partnered with Gillick. They're in California. Gillick is our bus manufacturer that we currently use, as you can see by the bus behind us.
Right.
So we are already on that contract with Athens, so we wanted to go ahead and partner with them so that we could see if we could work this through to get the Low-No grant. And we also reached out to Georgia Power. And so Georgia Power, we applied for a Make Ready grant with them, and so we're working to get the infrastructure done by Georgia Power.
This is great. And I don't know, some of you residents, you all might remember that last year, I think it was around August of last year, you all started, testing out these different electric buses. I got a chance to ride on one. It was so nice. And I know Gillick was one of the companies, and so I'm grateful to know that we partnered with them. And so I know one of the big questions is, when will we see these vehicles? Because people like me are ready to get on.
Yes, they are, and I understand that.
Right.
And I have to use the word unfortunately in this case, because there is a process that you must go through in order to get the buses here. And the first process will be getting Georgia Power here to get the infrastructure built. And you won't see it at the moment, but that infrastructure will be down on our lower part of the campus here. And so they're going to set up charges for us so that the buses can be charged, because if we had the dollars right now and ordered the buses, we wouldn't have the infrastructure to get them going. So that's going to take some time. So right now we're looking at maybe 24, possibly 25, but it depends on the timeline that we get from Georgia Power and from Gillick. And what our plan is to talk to Georgia Power first, get them here, get the infrastructure going, and when they say, if they give us a timeline, it's going to take 6, 7, 8 months, whatever. While we're doing that, then we will put the buses on order too. So by the time Georgia Power has finished and gotten everything in place for the infrastructure, we know the buses will come thereafter. But we need to get a timeline from both agencies.
And I know, as we wrap up this interview, and thank you so much for your time today, I want to make sure our residents, you all understand that it's just, as Ms. Dottery said, it's just one of our steps as part of the Green Augusta initiative, because this really does lower our carbon footprint.
Yes.
And it helps the environment overall. So this is a win for Augusta Transit. This is a win for our residents in so many angles. And I commend you and your team for all of your hard work to make this happen.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm so thankful for my team. I mean, if I didn't have them, all of this would not be happening with me by myself. So I am so thankful to them. My deputy was outstanding in helping me to get this accomplished.
Well, thank you, Ms. Dottery, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for joining us to do our part to move Augusta forward. Take care.